Hello YouTube, how are you doing? So we had the FOMC meeting yesterday. A lot of volatility, a lot of algos going, up and down all over the place. It was just a mess, a complete, a complete mess. And yeah, today silver and gold doing well. Basically everything is rallying upon that 50 basis point cut. But that's not why we're here. We are here to look into the Twitter stuff and see what the beautiful people on Twitter are saying. So yeah, let's have a blast. Let's go straight into the business here without any further ado. There it is. Cool. By the way, if you like the content, please thumbs up and all that good stuff. And if you want more detailed stuff, Substack is the place to be. It really is. That's where I do, the daily analysis and all that. But before we go into the bookmarks that I have marked for today, I just want to show you uh, some few charts that I made here again on Twitter. And this is just sugar going back 50 years. I think sugar will do an epic run here and go way into the 100s. We are now at, I think, like 20. We're going into the hundreds, in my opinion, for sugar in the, over the next 5 years. But again, cocoa, I also said cocoa, in 2021 and 2022 that cocoa was going to blast higher. And it reached, my target and beyond in way less time than I would have thought. So I think sugar will do the same, to be honest. It really looks like a rocket ship here. Not tomorrow, but again, in the not so distant future. This is wheat. Wheat for me is a bit difficult to chart, but again, I think we have a formation here that we are, somewhat well structured, and I think we could go, start to climb higher again for wheat. So we could see a move to the upper there, within the next 2 years' time for wheat. Speaking of cocoa, again, this was, when I started to say, get ready for cocoa. We had a trend line down here as well. So you actually had a little bit fake down before you went, but then you went onto an absolute moonshot. And now we're actually, bullish pennant here. So maybe not. It's not over, but definitely worth a move here. And I sold out on that high over there, expecting a deeper pullback. Guess not. Guess not. One here as well is the SILJ divided by the Nasdaq. You can see here going back 10 years that we are at a trend line. Zoomed in here, you can see the inverted head and shoulders, pennant here at the right shoulder, potentially squeeze out here, a breakout here. And you can also see the low-hanging fruits here, and then we have the high here. That's basically the level to get. So I think we need like a 10% outperformance by the SILJ, and that should seal the deal there. Last one here from my side, anyways, is that silver here is breaking out of that what's it called? Expanding formation here, and the $30 level here, breaking out, retesting, deep retest below here. Now we are moving again, and yeah, pretty amazing stuff here. So that's all I really had for the ones that I posted today. So we have charts 3 days old. They are still valid. Here we have Rashad here with junior silver miners. Has been consolidating within a tight trend, a tight range, excuse me, for the past 5 months under the $13 mark. So clearly when we break here, you can see the body high here. They're just right there at roughly 13, excuse me. And today we are also at 12.6. So not quite there, but when it breaks, man, this will definitely move quickly. If we measure here from roughly 8 towards that 15, 16, so you're talking like 100% here, maybe a little bit less. So you're also having 100% on top there when we break. Pretty cool. Sam here, Sam Gatling. Last week was the best week since 2020 for junior silver miners. So he has a weekly range here in percentage terms. That's a beautiful move here, and we are very close. I would argue that again, yes, you have a trend line up here, definitely, but also you have a breakout right here coming down there. So we are just consolidating here, and I'm expecting a move higher. Beautiful, a nice little indicator down there. That's pretty nice. Great here. If gold is at 6x from here at least, by the way, gold 6x, then you're talking, what's that? You're talking like 15,000. Cool. Which I think, imagine where platinum would be if if this ratio goes back to the all-time highs, which I think it will. So we have like a huge 25 years, just coming down here all the way. And yeah, again, if we break the wedge here again, platinum could do some insane run really. Um, Again, this is, yeah, it's hard to believe that you can have that kind of outperformance, but again, the charts, they never lie. Well, they do fail, but they never lie, telling the story that what could potentially happen. Simon here, silver is bull flagging on its daily. So that's yesterday, just before, like 4 hours before the FOMC statement. So again, huge move there from 28 to 31, bull flagging, and now we're breaking higher again here. I think we're just around here at 31, excuse me, just almost there. Maybe a little bit higher, maybe a little bit higher. So Patrick here, gold and silver miners smelling that gold versus inflation breakout. So what he's showing here is that, again, this is gold's performance. And you can see here that, again, gold versus inflation. By the way, we have broken out here. If you connect the highs from over here, it's perfect. We have broken like maybe a month ago, two maybe, breaking out here where gold is outperforming inflation. That's a big step, what you need for gold to really do some amazing things, and the gold sector. And yeah, you can see here that we are breaking almost here again on the miners. So it's getting close. It's getting close. Tavi here. This is a long-term inflation expectation chart. So you can see here that for the past 15 years, again, we have this trend line, again, pounding on the account break. We finally broke, retesting. So yeah, it is holding as support. And again, if we start to move higher again here, which I think we are close or at the lows when it comes to inflation, and it will slowly over the next year, half year next year, start to turn slowly back up again. And all of a sudden, you have your second in wave of inflation, depending on how you count. Some say it's the third or the second, but again, at least we are getting the next wave of inflation. And that's on top of the inflation that we already had, right? It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be really, really bad when that happens. So, and here, finding value finance, Bikov distribution looks cleaner on the long-term chart. So, yeah, this is for now at least, again, pretty textbook in my opinion. And that's also one thing that I have been showing a few times, where if you take the Bitcoin chart from its IPO, let's call it IPO, from 2010-ish until now, you overlay that on a Amazon chart from its IPO until the dot-com bubble, it's basically identical. So right now, until proven otherwise, unless we start to break here higher, we are seeing a complete replica of the Amazon, or the dot-com bubble in Amazon. And I am in the beliefs that every sector initially will have a boom and then a bust phase, and then it will slowly come again. So I think down the line here, it's still my view until we fail this UTAD here. If that fails and goes higher, that crypto will be in for a mega bust. And that's, to me personally, that's good. For now, I don't have any crypto. I had crypto over here on the way up on the break here on the way to 50,000 for BTC. And I can't remember the levels for Ethereum and a few others. And ever since, I haven't been in here. So if that fails, I'm hoping to scoop up a lot of crypto at very, very low prices. Not the low. No one can predict the low, but at prices where I think, yep, this is good value. And I'll try to do my best to time that really. Amazon had a 95% drop from its UTAD here, and then it just went off, dropping 95%. If we see the same, I'm not saying that we are, because people are very religious when it comes to crypto. If we see a 95 drop here, we are looking at, I think it's the low here, or this low here, at roughly 3,000 to 4,000. That's where you scoop up, and you add a little bit of a um, you know, allocation into crypto. You let it sit there. If it matures like Amazon did, you know that Amazon undid all that downturn and started its massive move, and now it is at, I don't know, many multiples of this high here on the Amazon, higher now already. So again, we will see. We'll definitely need like a few years until that happens, but that's a plan that I have for now until disproven. So yeah. Jake here, SLB, a massive ascending triangle on the monthly candle chart. So on the monthly candle chart, this is 4 years. SLV, that's the ETF Silver Trust. Slowly trying to break out here. We tagged here again, coming down, both liking, trying again. Silver looks incredible. It really does. It feels strange to say it because most of the time silver is not the best asset to be in. However, 5% of of its time it goes vertical. The other 95 it does absolutely crap, more or less, or nothing. So Sahara here on FOMC day, that's yesterday. Whilst silver SLV is up at that upper channel, cannot rule an alt 2 here just yet. So he's pointing to, if we fail here, then we could have a move all the way down to here. And that's actually also something that I had in mind. We had that the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way down here. But if we can break, which it seems that we are, right? Clearly, I think we are right here breaking out again at the highs, I would assume. Higher we go. Higher we go. Hopefully, it's time. Jake again with MU, so that's Micron technology. Beautiful lower rail here coming up, falling wedge into that. You have like a 70-75% chance of this blasting higher. By the way, this is a great simple way of charting. I like that. I love simplicity. It's beautiful. And yeah, if we break here, you buy, stop loss below the recent low. Pretty cool. Pretty damn cool. Gold Ventures here. By the way, Gold Ventures, if you're listening, please use log scale for your stocks. I think it will serve you better. Nonetheless, I like Gold Ventures. So don't take it negative. I followed him. I think he's one of the top 10 followers, that I first joined, Twitter back in, I don't know, 2020 or whenever it was. So I followed him. So and yeah, this is a Aftermath, also a stock that we follow heavily and is involved in on the Substack, because if you had this on log scale, you can clearly see, if you zoom out further, that you actually have a target of roughly 1.8 to $2 on this move here, because there's a channel coming in here. So that's our target on the Substack. Again, join us if you wanna. Hopefully, you find these stocks. One every few weeks we find some great stocks. I think. Digger here with equity. Also a stock that we are following here. We have one, depending on how you want to draw the trend line. If you connect the highs, you have one on top, 2, 3, and it seems like on the fourth here that will break. And equity metals looks extremely strong here. This is a 4-year consolidation. You could argue some inverted head and shoulder stuff as well. It looks primed for a move, and yeah, getting above that, 0.25-ish, maybe a little bit higher is definitely where we want to get to, and then beyond. So that's all, guys. It's been a while since we did the Twitter stuff here. Again, if you like the stuff, guys, please do give me a follow and the thumbs up. Have a great day, guys, and I will go on to the next video. Cheers, guys. Bye.